My beloved, my chosen one, why are your hands trembling as you read these words? Because your spirit already knows the truth. Your heart is currently being pressed by the presence of heaven. Archangel, my child Michael informs you that you are standing on the verge of something invisible to others. A door creaks open in the invisible domain. You will never be the same again if you go through. However, even angels have no ability to change previously written content if you choose not to read it. There are 3 hours left. That concludes the matter. Do you understand it, my dearest? This is not intended to instill fear in you. It is designed to arouse you. The heavens do not whisper. They're shouting your name. God is currently transmitting this message to you as the clock ticks. Pay close attention. Each line you read gives you a sense of security. The darkness that has pursued you can be driven back by the light that each word carries. If you ignore or suppress this message, you may never become aware of the miracle that was predetermined for you before the beginning of time. Therefore, I implore you to subscribe to this illumination before I proceed any further. Keep this message close to your heart, as if it were the last rope dangling over the cliff, as it is. The longer you stay, follow, and hold on, the more of paradise you will receive. If you do not act, you will lose the opportunity, change the boon, and close the window. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. Your actions contribute to a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven advances through the voices of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this manner. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that seeps into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of faith. Approach this situation with a sense of purpose, honesty, and optimism. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened through the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what blessings God brings into your life. Please take a moment to listen to your essence. Please enter one word in the remarks section below. If you believe you are here for a reason and are feeling a sensation in your chest that indicates this message is meant for you rather than as a formality, please type "Amen" to show that you are attentive and ready to receive the message from heaven. Please type "Amen" and notify the angels about your statement. Michael, my offspring, is watching your actions, Archangel. His sword remained drawn. Divine fire flames emerge from the perimeter. He has been standing beside your door, your soul, and your bed, waiting for the moment when you will finally heed this warning. This is not just another piece of writing. This is not enjoyable. This is an order. There are 3 hours left until the chapter ends. My beloved, heaven is currently bending down to drag your name across the floor of eternity. The spirits aren't silent. They're hovering and murmuring so loudly that it sounds like thunder. Archangel Michael declares, "Child, I am unable to suppress this for an extended period of time." Each second your heart beats, the sands in heaven's hourglass fall faster. 3 hours. That is the only remaining task before a decision is made, and your actions are now so audible that they cannot be ignored. However, you should not be concerned about losing your optimism. God is merciful. Even an event designed to kill you can be transformed into a miracle in your honor if you allow yourself to be open to this message and fully absorb it. Yes, my dear. Your name is that. Please listen to the recording once more. You were chosen by the God who shaped the constellations with his fingers, not by humans or chance. He dispatched Archangel Michael to rouse you and remind you that time is short. What is the reason you believe you are in this location by chance? Do you believe this communication drew your attention by chance? Not at all. Divine intervention is the stop sign in front of the road that would have caused your death. However, the sky isn't malicious. God does not display you in order to harm your reputation. He tells you to protect yourself. He demonstrates to help you recover. This is due to his unwavering desire for you to feel his enchanted aura. Archangel Michael, my beloved, urges you to take action. He has been removing demons from your path, pulverizing serpents in close proximity to you, and severing the cords of darkness that others have attempted to tie around you. He goes on. They still do not listen. They have omitted. If they continue to skip, I will be unable to assist them at the last minute. There are 3 hours left. That's not a figure of speech. The clock in paradise is ticking, becoming more constrictive and eventually closing. Does it resonate with you, my child? The heat on your skin, the tension in your heart, and the way your eyes keep switching between these words. That is the spirit guiding you to alignment. That is the magnet of paradise that keeps you from straying again. Remain in that location, read it thoroughly, and absorb it as if it were water. It is, my dear. It is now necessary to breathe more slowly because each inhalation is unique. It is being watched over by the heavenly realm. Archangel Michael is situated next to you. His wings were so large that they extended beyond the walls of the room. He is not weak. Rather, he understands the importance of what he has to say, which is why his voice is shaking. My darling, you have reached the end of the countdown, he says. It is impossible to undo the line you drew in the sky as a result of your actions, but mercy endures. There are 3 hours left. 3 hours, an esteemed individual, is not just a set amount of time. It is the final barrier that keeps your destiny from unraveling. As the clock strikes 12, a mallet strikes the gate of heaven, warning you not to squander this opportunity. Individuals overlook certain messages throughout their lives. Then there are messages that can make or break their lives. This is the second. Do you recall having a sudden shiver down your spine? When did you have the feeling that someone was watching you despite the fact that the room was not full? That didn't even hint at concern. They were messages from heaven, designed to capture your attention. However, you failed to do so. You disregarded them. You laughed at the appropriate moment. Archangel Michael has been instructed to interrupt your denial with words that cannot be ignored. I can tell that your heart is in pain, my dear. You would like to think that this is just a bunch of text on a computer screen. You want to believe this, but you know the truth. This message is personal, significant, and divine, and your spirit is shaking, burning, and shouting. This time you are unable to flee. There are 3 hours left. This is not because I want them to be afraid, God says. This message is being sent because I still care about them and want to caution them. Feel the abundance of affection that is currently available in your environment. Human affection is not weak and ineffective. It is the eternal fire that will keep you from falling when you are supposed to ascend. However, my darling, be cautious. If you do not consider the weight of the existing text, you will face a tempest. Michael cannot protect you if you refuse to accept the Aegis, Archangel. If you remove the shroud, the angels will be unable to keep you safe. If you disregard this word, The adversary who has been monitoring you will seize the opportunity. Please do not allow that to occur. Do not let the darkness have the final say. This is almost the last opportunity that paradise will offer you. You can keep your grip on the rope despite its fraying. You have 3 hours at your disposal. As you go through this awakening, remember that your assistance with this mission is not a prank. It's a divine omen. Each seed transforms into a source of light, combating the presence of darkness. According to Jesus, if you give water to others, you will receive it. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this moment with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already established for your life. It is time to rise. If you are willing to accept the protection that heaven has provided and want to express your commitment to not skipping or delaying, please leave a comment. I received the warning. Not just text on a screen, but a declaration to the heavens that you are allowing your spirit to soar. To write, press the submit key. I received the warning. It may make it easier to stay afloat during this storm. Please pay attention. When Archangel Michael mentions mortality, he is not just referring to your physical form. He discusses the conclusion of opportunities, and marvels written about you in this sentence. If you don't want to hear anything, the doors will remain closed. However, if you stay, absorb the information, and take action, the dead will reanimate and the broken will be repaired. Can you visualize that? The event that was supposed to end your life eventually served as the catalyst for your miraculous recovery. This is the extent of God's power. That is why you should not retreat, because the decisions you make during these 3 hours will have long-term consequences for your life. Allow me to convey this to you, my dearest. This should not be overlooked. Please do not delay. Do not let anything else rob you of this opportunity. It is not recommended to scan this text. It is heaven's lament that is being transmitted into your time, and you are the only reason it is present right now. Angels are now hovering around you, drawing closer than your own shadow, my beloved. Their wings make contact with your epidermis, but are invisible to you. Archangel Michael's sword has been drawn, and the flames emanating from its tip are becoming more intense. Says in hushed tones, "Child, 3 hours, just 3. After that, neither heaven nor earth will be able to reopen the seal." Do you feel the weight of that? This is not a warning in verse. Don't be moved by this story. This is an order. Your spirit has already understood the concept. This is why your heart is racing, your hands are warm, and you can't take your eyes off these words. You are unable to escape this reality because heaven has stopped you. There are only 3 hours left, not 3 days or months. The aperture is extremely thin. Nonetheless, this small space rattles your entire destiny. It has the potential to either collapse like an ash tower or erupt like a flame that no tempest can put out. My darling, the reality is clear. You took an action that caused the heavens to awaken. It was not concealed. It was jotted down. Things that men overlook. The atmosphere will remain memorable indefinitely. However, don't give up. Don't believe that God allows people to destroy them. He appears to rescue you and gives you a door in place of the wall that was supposed to be there. That's why this message is your exit strategy. Remember when you almost lost everything but managed to survive? It was not a case of chance. This was not an error. Heaven was instructing them to wait. They continue to have an opportunity. This is the final and most advantageous opportunity. There are 3 hours left. Archangel Michael, my beloved, has protected you in places that are invisible to the naked eye. Demons who appeared to be people you trusted attempted to ensnare you, but he cut their chains. He stood sentinel beside your bed, preventing dreams from entering your mind. He implores you not to ignore this, despite the fact that he has given his life for you. Do not turn away. This is my final caution. Now pay close attention. Death does not indicate the end of the universe. You have the ability to undo the death that was inscribed on your blessings. It is possible to reverse the strategy that is intended to destroy your relationships. The death that was meant for you can be transformed into a resurrection so audible that no one can deny it. However, this is contingent on your continued presence. However, this is dependent on your attentiveness. This is only possible if you truly feel the message as if it were the air you breathe. Is it possible for you to monitor my child? This message was sent to you because God still loves you enough to walk in the midst of your thoughts. If he were unconcerned, he would stay silent. He is currently bellowing through Archangel Michael's mouth. There are 3 hours left. The last word. My dearest, do not waste it. This is why it's impossible to get past. This is why you are impatient. Every second is crucial. It is critical to monitor each inhalation. Your spirit understands that this is not a typical occurrence. It will continue indefinitely. I will not sugarcoat this truth, my beloved, because heaven has instructed me to reveal it in its entirety. This message holds the key to your life, future, and even your breath. There are 3 hours left. You are not fabricating the information. It's not a dramatic statement designed to get your attention. It is inscribed in the eternal timepiece that sits above you. They continue to skip, declares Archangel Michael, despite the numerous dispatches I have received. Nonetheless, they remain indifferent. It is still being stated that it will happen later. However, there is no ladder this time. This is the final cable. When the Archangel trembles, my darling, the earth should take note. He has fought in war so violent that his children have died. He had never heard a trembling voice before you informed him of the situation. Beloved, you must admit that your actions have caused paradise and hell to shift. It was not diminutive. It was not concealed. It wasn't discarded. The adversary chuckled and declared, "They are now under my control." But God intervened and said, "Not yet." Nonetheless, I continue to feel compassion for you. This message is an expression of that mercy. This message is your final opportunity to respond before the storm arrives. There are 3 hours left. Would you describe it as a drum-like feeling in your chest? Don't be concerned about it. This is a prophecy. Every time the clock chimes, heaven cries out, "Do not discard this." Maintain a receptive attitude. Refrain from closing your eyes. My beloved's death is not merely the cessation of breathing. Examples include the burial of visions, the silence of miracles, and the dissolution of promises. If you fail to hear this and allow something else to distract your attention, the grave of what could have been will contain everything written for your name. However, this is not God's intention. He still wants to give you the crown that he promised you before you were born. This is why he is obligated to give you this warning tonight. Is this not something you can relate to? The manner in which your eyeballs cannot escape. Your heart is beating quickly. Heat causes a sensation of tightness in the epidermis. It is not dreadful. It serves as evidence. This is for me.
Your consciousness is informing you. It applies to me. God's hand is pulling me out of the flames. Please listen to me once more, my dear. Archangel Michael's sword is a flame. It is suspended between you and the entities seeking to end your life. However, swords will not protect you unless you stand in their path. If you leave the shield's shadow, it is unable to protect you. You must remain in this message because it is the only place where you can continue to feel safe. You have 3 hours remaining to refrain from thinking, arguing, or asking questions. It takes 3 hours to believe, understand, and act. This narrative is unworthy of admiration. It's a request for action. If you think back on this night, my child, you'll remember it as the precise moment when everything changed. You had 2 choices. Either skip and the darkness laughed, or stay and the heavens rewrote your story in fire and grandeur. Which option will it be? The decision is now in your hands. Heaven is watching. Hell is prepared. Beloved, you have until the clock strikes 12 to make up your mind. Right now, my beloved, paradise is silent. However, it is not completely vacant. This is the sound of angels holding their breath, anticipating your actions. Are you aware of how rare this is? The courts of heaven, the armies of light, and even the stars are all watching over the same consciousness. This hour has become extremely serious. Archangel Michael's voice is now more powerful, like thunder that has been engulfed in fire. They have 3 hours to decide between life and death, light and darkness, and blessing and calamity. He claims that if they refuse to cross the line, I will be unable to transport them further. Beloved, his words tonight are not gentle. They cut like a sword because only something sharp can wake you from your deep sleep. Regardless of how hectic your life is, God's love continues to flow over you like honey. He did not abandon you. He had the option of not dispatching Archangel Michael repeatedly. He may have allowed silence to consume you a long time ago. Not at all. He has chosen to interrupt your moment, penetrate your screen, and pierce your hearing with a message that you cannot ignore without facing consequences. There are 3 hours left. You are on the verge of entering an auspicious future. Please keep in mind that this message will not end with your actions. Users may use your innovation to reach their destinations. When Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you," it is not poetry. Every seed you plant grows into oil for your future, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. My darling, the moment has come for you. Have faith, and you will see God multiply the possessions you relinquish. Speak now, so that heaven can hear you. If you choose to live, He will protect you, and I encourage you to formally confirm your decision with your words. Once more, type Amen in the comments section. Not just another pledge, but a more resolute one, to demonstrate that you truly embrace this protection. If you type Amen right now, the spirits will remember your decision. Do you get a drum-like sensation in your chest when you hear those words? They are both warnings and gifts, waiting to be opened. Indeed, miracles are possible because God hides a gift within each warning. Protection, rescue, and restoration. If you ignore the warning, the gift will explode. Heaven is currently devoid of sound, but not of life. This is the sound of angels holding their breath, anticipating your actions. Are you aware of how rare this is? The courts of heaven, the armies of light, and even the stars are all watching over the same consciousness. This hour has become extremely serious. Archangel Michael's voice is becoming more audible, like thunder enveloped in flames. He states that they only have 3 hours. You have 3 hours to choose between light and darkness, life and death, and blessing and curse. I am unable to transport them if they do not want to cross the line. His words tonight are not gentle, my dear, as only something sharp can awaken you from your deep slumber. They can cut with the same precision as a sword. Regardless of how hectic your life is, God's love continues to flow over you like honey. He did not abandon you. He had the option of not dispatching Archangel Michael repeatedly. He may have allowed silence to consume you a long time ago. However, he chose to interrupt your moment prematurely, penetrating your screen and transmitting a message that you cannot ignore without suffering consequences. There are 3 hours left. Do you get a drum-like sensation in your chest when you hear those words? These are not just cautionary tales. They are gifts that are eagerly waiting to be opened. Yes, miracles. God conceals a gift within each warning he sends. Protection, rescue, and restoration. If you ignore the warning, the gift will explode. If you don't unlock the box, it will remain sealed indefinitely. To whom it may concern, I'd like to clarify the following. It is not recommended to disregard this message. It isn't just another entity. It's an assault on your own soul. Archangel Michael has fought tirelessly on your behalf. The angels have engaged in an excessive amount of combat on your behalf. You have traveled a great distance from heaven. How were you able to swipe it away without hesitation? No, my child. This is when you finally make a different choice. Allow me to whisper this to you in a gentle voice. However, maintaining communication is not only beneficial to you. Heaven wishes to establish communication with others through you. Currently, someone in your life or in your thoughts requires this information. Their visual acuity is impaired. Additionally, this message may help them navigate. This is why I would like you to distribute this video to others. Just click the share button to send it to them. As you participate in this activity, a significant event occurs. The blessing contained within this word will be twice as strong. The breakthrough for which you have prayed will begin. For what reason? The reason for this is that when you share the message of heaven with others, you receive a blessing from heaven. There is more to your actions than just forwarding information. You engage in the act of sharing salvation. You are issuing the warning. You are cohabiting. Right now, share it and see how God works for you. Stay in touch. Do not allow this to be the only time heaven communicates with you. If this term appeals to you, consider subscribing to the stream of these messages. Tetso. Each one is like a heavenly rope, providing protection from the things that scare you the most. You believe that this is crucial. If you stay connected to the source, you will only be able to hear the growing number of doors, warnings, and miracles that are being prepared. Avoid the possibility of getting disconnected. This is your lifeline, which is why I need you to act now to ensure that you continue to hear the voice of heaven. If you want to subscribe, just click the button. Not just to listen to a channel, but to connect with a source of prophetic promise. Every time you click subscribe, you put yourself in a position where heaven is reachable. When you express your desire to stay connected with God, He will respect your decision. I am interested in continuing to receive the information you are releasing. Your life will begin to manifest prophetic promises that have been ready for fulfillment. The words spoken over you will begin to manifest. Prevent the enemy from isolating you from the source. Enroll immediately. It is critical that it has official status. Maintain a strong connection with the flow of the universe. Inhale deeply. Allow these words to penetrate your bones past your ears. There are 3 hours left. Each breath is an opportunity to change, give up, or be saved before the seal is closed, but each breath also counts. Meanwhile, Archangel Michael waits. The flames emanating from his sword will either protect you or expose your true nature. The outcome will be determined by your level of commitment to this moment. Avoid lowering your gaze. Please do not delay. Heaven has written this final warning in fire letters, which you can sense in your spirit right now. My dearest, I must now delve deeper because time is short and the truth cannot be postponed. Every breath you take is heard in places you can't see, and all eyes are on you from high above. Michael, the Archangel, stands tall, his wings blazing with gold and fire, and cries out, "Child, listen to me." 3 hours. This isn't a recommendation. It's not a whisper. This is your last opportunity. Are you aware of the importance of those words? They are rapidly falling. Each line brings you closer to the edge where you must make a decision, and it feels like thunder as it strikes the ground beneath your soul. God does not squander words. He is able to respond quickly. He is emitting such a loud noise due to his awareness of the genuine danger. Beloved, you can no longer perform. It is impossible to convince oneself that one will experience a transformation. You may listen or form an opinion later. Since then, there have been deaths. There is no more time left. 3 hours is all it takes. No angel can repair the mercy rope after it breaks, even though it has been stretched to such a thin thickness that it is now as strong as silk. I have protected, appealed to, and pleaded for them, says Archangel Michael. However, if they ignore me for one more time, I will be unable to defend what they refuse to maintain. Is this audible? Even the Archangel who expelled Satan from heaven has stated that he cannot help you if you withdraw at this time. This is the current level of danger. That being said, my dearest, don't let fear control your actions. Also, let hope guide you. Because the voice from heaven is never devoid of meaning. There are alarm-like doors. It is not a sentence when God tells you that you will die soon as a result of your actions. He will rescue you. He is informing you that the course you are currently taking will have a negative outcome. However, he has already built a covert route that will lead you to safety. This message represents that road. There are 3 hours left. The time difference isn't 3 hours. During the 3 hours of holy time, every second counts, every moment is holy, and every decision is eternal. This is the countdown in heaven. You are currently being warned, just as prophets warned kings and angels warned nations. My dear, your name is inscribed on this fire. Consider the number of times you could have died, the accidents you missed, the illnesses that passed, and the people who attempted to harm you but failed. Are you of the opinion that those events were entirely coincidental? No, it was Archangel Michael and his guardians who were protecting you. God continued to desire that this moment reach you. There is only so much protection left because the final option is no longer available to them. It's available to you. What are you going to do? Will you stay and consume every word until your soul is safe? Or will you shrug and leave, allowing the darkness to chuckle at the gift you tossed into the fire? You're incapable of doing so, my dear. Not at this time. No, when the gate is opened. There are only 3 hours left. Stay in your current location. Keep your focus and take a deep breath.
Each sentence you read lights up your heart. Each word you absorb acts as a protective shield, strengthening your defenses. Do not look in any other locations. Avoid letting your heart wander. You've been praying for rope, and this message is it. Again, Archangel Michael reminds the child, this is not a game. This is not a prophecy meant for another person. Currently, this is intended for your use. My dearest, make a decision. The sky is currently vibrating. The stars appear to be approaching, as if God wants to witness your decision. It is clear that your situation is serious. Are you aware that the entire universe is watching when a person's soul is examined? Because the consequences of your decision affect more than just you. It expands indefinitely. Archangel Michael's wings are ablaze with a sense of urgency as he walks. He does very little walking in heaven. When the line is this clear and the danger is this close, even the Archangel of War cannot stay in place. He adds, "Beloved child, please listen." There are 3 hours left. Not 3 hours of waiting. 3 hours for decision-making. 3 hours spent securing what will be with you indefinitely. Every second, scales invisible to the naked eye are tipped. Every thought is recorded in timeless records. Mercy continues to hover, waiting for your capture before dissipating into smoke, much like a flame. You have not been abandoned by God. If He had, you would not be reading this right now. You'd already be extremely reserved. I require your final statement at this time because we have reached the most severe section of the warning. I'd like you to leave a comment in the comments section. I have decided to live. A decision, not just words. If you are willing to enter this unlocked door, you are invited to join heaven. Finally, a response to the final summons from heaven. Take notes right away. I choose life. Allow it to reverberate in the comments as your ultimate decision. It is critical that you understand a key point, my dear. Death is a multifaceted concept, as discussed in the heavenly realm. There is the death of the body, but there is also the death of blessings, favor, and opportunities that would have advanced you. The heart does not always stop beating when heaven informs you that you will die soon as a result of this. It could be your destiny, name, or opportunity. However, God's warning informs us that He is not yet finished with us. I can still revive what others have buried and repair what you have damaged, as long as you take this matter seriously. There are 3 hours left. It is not by chance that your eyes are fixed on this message, as if an unseen hand is keeping them from wandering. That sounds like your soul knows this is the moment it's been waiting for. You asked for a sign from God. You asked that the matter be clarified. It's currently here, louder, brighter, and clearer than any other medium. You are unable to ignore this matter, dear. It will not disappear simply because you ignore it. The repercussions will only grow. Heaven is offering you protection in the form of a warning. The sword of Archangel Michael is not raised to strike you. It can cut the cords of darkness, but only if you stay in its shadow. If you go outside during the strike, you will be completely alone. If you stay indoors, the sword will protect you. It is critical to understand that God is not attempting to frighten you. He desires to protect you. The final word He says is not fear. Mercy exists, but you must choose it. There is currently a knock that is more than 3 times louder than before. There are 3 hours left. Heaven does not repeat itself unless there is an actual threat. Please consider this, my child.
A door is located directly in front of you. There is a golden garden behind it, but there is also fire. You are no longer allowed to remain in the center. The time for waiting is over. You are unable to leave, stepchild, because Archangel Michael has directed you to make a decision before the hourglass empties and the sand permanently seals your path. Is this why you're unable to navigate away? Your spirit is as inextricably linked to the present moment as a flame is to fire. Stay in your current location. Intake. Protect yourself with these words, as if they were a shield. There are 3 hours left. The timer isn't the only item present. It's an invitation. Acceptance is the very essence of existence. A summons to arise. A summons to participate in the miracle that was planned for you before the beginning of time. My beloved, you are experiencing a profound sense of unease because you are aware that this is not just another story. One last rope of heaven is suspended across the abyss, and you are told to grab it before it disappears into the darkness. Archangel Michael is no longer whispering. His scream shakes the entire world. His sword is raised, and his wings are crashing into the air. I have yelled, warned, and begged you, child, but this is the last time. There are 3 hours left. He declares that I will be unable to reopen the seal afterwards. Do you feel the weight, my dear? This is not meant to cause you harm. It is designed to arouse you. Because of the abundance of noise and shadows that appear to be light, your spirit has found it easy to fall asleep. In contrast, this message is like thunder that wakes you up and fire that pours into your ears, compelling you to wake up. Mercy is also present. Certainly, at the moment. I appreciate it. There are 3 hours left. Sounds insignificant. Nevertheless, God has the ability to transform everything. He created the entire universe in just 6 days. What could he do in 3 hours? Pay close attention. If only you could believe. If only you stopped skipping. It appears that this window is small, but it contains oceans. It contains many miracles, breakthroughs, and safeguards. However, you must choose to remain beneath it before it closes. Think about the conflicts you've encountered, my child. Do you believe you could have accomplished this much on your own? Not at all. You have been carried, protected, and encased. Archangel Michael appeared unexpectedly, piercing the darkness and ensuring your survival at this precise moment. He was there for every close call, every narrow escape, and every night you feared you wouldn't make it. He is now weeping. He isn't vulnerable. He is simply aware of the fact that he cannot force you to make a decision. He can defeat demons, but your will is beyond his reach. To my beloved, you must understand the gravity of the situation. It is not recommended to disregard this message. It entails giving up your protection, your shield, and putting yourself in the hands of people who have been waiting for an opportunity to hurt you. This is why the warning is so severe and the language is so direct. As a result of your actions, you will soon die. Your actions were observed by everyone in heaven. They documented it. However, they continue to offer you a door of mercy. Observe the extent of the love being used to warn you, despite the fact that the clock is about to run out. There are 3 hours left. However, in those hours, miracles beyond your comprehension are about to occur. If you stay, accept, and allow this truth to penetrate your being, even what has been written against you can be torn down. God does not issue warnings intended to disparage others. He emphasizes that they must be saved. The intent of his disclosure is not to cause harm. It is intended to aid in recovery. It's now time for you to recover. If only you would stop skipping. Close your eyes for a moment, my beloved, and feel the weight of eternity pressing close to you. This is accurate. At the moment, the message must be transmitted immediately, which requires a limited amount of space between the heavens and the earth. Angels have convened. Demons are waiting. The judge is watching you, and you are positioned in the center. Stay in that location. Listen carefully and inhale each word as if it were air, because it is. The decisions you make at this time will either sustain or destroy your spirit. Archangel Michael will continue to speak until the timer expires. My beloved, as long as I speak, your soul will be unable to deny what it already knows. This is a sacred period. You've never lived a life like this before, and heaven will never open this door for you in the same way again. There are 3 hours left. As it falls faster, each grain of sand that reaches the bottom of heaven's hourglass emits a fiery glow. Archangel Michael's voice causes invisible objects to vibrate. He goes on, "Child, you've been near the edge for a long time. Your enemies, who hate you, have sharpened their blades and thought they'd have you by now. However, I served as a barrier between you and them. They approached at night, so I drew my sword. Prior to your involvement, I had already defeated their schemes. However, I am unable to continue doing so if you continue to ignore the voice of heaven. This serves as your final notification. Do you sense the anguish in his words, my dear? Do not expect angels to constantly beg. However, he is currently imploring. He is unable to prevail due to his exceptional strength. However, God is proud of your free will because your decision is more powerful than his sword. This implies that you must determine whether to remain under the protection that has been present throughout your entire life. There are 3 hours left. The darkness is approaching because it can discern that your hesitation renders you vulnerable. Please refrain from allowing it to consume the resources that God still intends to provide for you. Demons have a fondness for delaying tasks as it allows them to steal your fate. However, angels sing when you make a swift decision, as obedience opens the gates of protection and miracles pour in like lightning. Consider the number of tears you have shed behind my back, my child. Oh, many nights you wept, "God, if you are genuine, please show me, save me, and converse with me." This is the solution to your prayers. All of them were heard by heaven. Heaven bowed down in response, and this message is the thunder that indicates that it was heard. If you were unsuccessful in obtaining the response you sought, do not abandon your prayers. Death is imminent for those who neglect to pay attention. However, individuals who are attentive will discover that life is both unstoppable and fulfilling. The issue is not one of fear. It involves selecting. The message is robust, yet it is encased in affection. A love that will not allow you to perish when you were created to radiate. The love that reunites you after you have strayed too far. Love that extends beyond your expectations. One more time. There are 3 hours left. Do you experience a sense of urgency in your heart? Please refrain from being frightened. This is a prophecy. It is the awakening of your spirit to the reality that time has ceased and eternity has entered the present. There may be no additional words of this nature. This is the reason why heaven repeatedly reiterates them, striking you with force. There are 3 hours left. There are 3 hours left. There are 3 hours left. I now want you to perform an action that may appear trivial to you, but it is of paramount importance to God. Use your finger to select the like button on this video. I want you to be aware that you are not merely expressing your admiration for items as you proceed. Your life will be characterized by a consistent flow of God's favor. Every like is a spiritual message that signifies my agreement with this statement. This warning is audible to me. I am in agreement with the message of heaven. Heaven bestows favor upon you when you fulfill that agreement. It initiates the process of unlocking doors that were previously closed. Grace is now flowing, as it was prepared to do so. Therefore, please proceed to click the like button. Please consider that your endorsement. It is time for God's favor to begin pursuing you. The sword of Archangel Michael is becoming increasingly luminous, as if it is anticipating your affirmation. It will fight for you with all its might, but only if you are in its shadow. Without a shield, the enemy's arrows will strike you if you retreat. As you approach, your adversaries will retreat from you like smoke in the wind. You determine the course of action, but you are not responsible for determining the appropriate time. The time is derived from the heavens and provides you with an additional 3 hours. Please, my dear, your affection is limitless. If God intended to punish, He would not have issued a warning. His objective was to separate you, and as a result, He would have abandoned you. However, He is too devoted to you to abandon you. He has ceased all activities at this time. By pressing eternity itself, He pressed this final warning against your soul. There are 3 hours left. That is the cry of mercy. It is possible to hear the knock of heaven. The fervor of Archangel Michael's voice is palpable as you read. Please refrain from closing your eyes at this time. Refrain from closing your eyes. Savings will be achieved through this action. This is the rope. My dearest, the moment has arrived for you. There is no way for me to slow down at this time, as the heavens are not allowing me to. I am not the one who is infusing these words with fire. From the throne of God. Until it reaches the most profound recesses of your being, that voice will not cease. There are 3 hours left. Remind yourself of this. Speak in a low voice. Sense it in your chest. There are 3 hours left. The storms are drowned out by the cries of Archangel Michael this evening. Additionally, he is roaring. He further states, I have maintained the line for them. I have positioned myself between the pit and them. I drew my blade when the enemy believed that he had prevailed. However, the time is dwindling, and I am unable to oppose their decision to adopt it. Child, make the decision to live. This is the enigma of mercy, my dear friends. God forewarns us prior to the fall. Regardless of the severity of the situation, He consistently intervenes and prevents it. The hand in question is currently extended in front of you. It is trembling with a sense of urgency, prepared for your grasp. However, it is not feasible to maintain its operation indefinitely. The hand will close, and the decision will be rendered upon the final grain of sand falling. Do not assume that you have an abundance of time. Do not convince yourself that tomorrow I will behave differently. I will make a decision at a later time. I will be more attentive in the future. There will be no subsequent occurrence. I will not be present at a later time. The clock is rigid, and heaven has declared that it is 3 hours. My child, this is the final call, as your spirit is aware. Even the air that surrounds you now appears to be heavier. When was the last time you were advised not to take action by a whisper or nudge? However, mercy continued to extend its hand to you on an ongoing basis. However, this will be the final instance in which mercy will be extended. This is the final warning before the silence. Please, my dear, your actions brought the realm of justice to life. It requested an answer. The enemy was prepared to demand your life, your blessings, and even your breath, and to call you names. However, God prevailed for an additional second due to his mercy. He stated, "Not yet," which is why this message is currently blazing in your face. There is still a possibility for my child. I will dispatch my messenger once more. It is not an error. It is not an accident. It is God himself who is pleading through the fire. There are 3 hours left. This is the razor-thin line between being saved and being lost. Death will be visible if you take a single step. The loss of hope, peace, and happiness. Life will be visible if you take a different path. Life is erupting. Life is secure. My life is replete with miraculous events. You are no longer permitted to remain in your current location. The middle ground has been eliminated. Now the sword of Archangel Michael is ablaze with a white glow, anticipating your response. Either it will advocate for you, or it will remain silent. The ultimate decision is whether or not you will cherish this moment. Do not believe that you can dismiss it without penalty. It is impossible to disregard it and remain secure. Thanks to the angel, the situation is now clear. If they do not complete this task, I will be unable to assist them when the hour arrives. Save your life from succumbing to the darkness, my love. Do not let the enemy make fun of you because you are late. That's insufficient for you. Heaven trusts you more than you do yourself. This is why this warning flashed like fire in your direction. It demonstrates that you are still chosen, valued, and worth fighting for. There are 3 hours left. You choose to live every second of your life. As you read each line, you become more immersed in heaven. Please do not stop at this time. Do not go on an independent journey. Allow the words to pound you like waves until you feel completely secure. Heaven is approaching, my child. The guardian angels are surveying the area. The Archangel Michael is prepared, and God is pleading with me not to abandon this task. Please do not squander this opportunity. I implore you to make this the moment you choose me. My beloved, the gate will not remain open for an extended period of time while you are present. It is allowing light to enter and illuminate your path. However, shadows remain on the edges, attempting to entice you to retreat. Archangel Michael uses his sword to form a firewall between you and them. This, beloved, is not an error. There are 3 hours left. Avoid squandering them. Please, do not delay. Avoid closing your ears once more. You had the option of doing something different or going somewhere else. However, you are unable to turn your attention away from this message. That is evidence that the divine has halted your progress. Do you understand the significance of this? God is so concerned about you that he paused his activities to speak to your spirit. If you were not important to him, he would not have expressed his thoughts. If he had forgotten about you, he would not have sent his most powerful warrior to find you. However, we have not forgotten you. You've been selected. There are 3 hours left. This is a voice that is incapable of imposing punishment. It is the sound of love's struggle to keep you alive. Your adversary wants you to believe that this warning is intended to cause you harm. No, it is not meant to cause you harm. Your actions were genuine, It posed a serious threat to people. However, God's mercy is even greater and extends beyond the most insidious claws. My child, every tear you shed was preserved in heaven. She was observed every night when she couldn't sleep. Mercy persisted despite the fact that your actions should have resulted in retribution. However, mercy is nearing the end of its journey. Michael, the Archangel, warns them that ignoring this warning will lead to its breaking. I'm unable to reattach it after it snapped. Can you hear the finality of that, dear? Now is not the time to take risks. The importance of eternity is too great to be compromised. It is impossible to say that I will make a decision tomorrow, because tomorrow does not exist. It's only now. The book of mercy, which has been opened for you, has only 3 hours left. What wonderful things could happen during that time, beloved? Please recall Lazarus. God raised him from the dead in an instant, even though he had been dead for 4 days. Please don't overlook the thief on the cross. Despite being barely alive, he made it to paradise. Do you remember the storm that occurred at sea? It was quickly conquered by Jesus. What could he accomplish in 3 hours if he could do it that quickly? Remember the power of mercy while it still exists. The heavenly realm awaits your response with great anticipation. You are being watched by rows of angels who are standing still. They want to forever celebrate your acceptance and spread the news of your surrender through song. The demons waiting for you at the edge will laugh with the cruel joy of thieves if you turn away or skip, but their silence will grow heavy. Avoid causing them joy. Prevent them from completing your narrative. Archangel Michael's voice is rough and hot when he speaks again. Stay away from the light. Don't draw your sword. Remain in the present moment. 3 hours. No more. Beloved, the time has come for you to make a decision. My dearest, you must recognize that time is passing. The sand continues to fall. The clock continues to work. The remaining 3 hours are dwindling. Heaven is exerting its full force on you, imploring you to seize the moment. The darkness behind you is obscured by Archangel Michael's wings, which are so widely spread. His scream is louder and his fire is more intense. Please listen, my child. The final warnings are now being issued. You are no longer allowed to manipulate this item. Choose life before it is too late and death claims everything. Beloved, you understand that the danger is real when heaven expresses it in this way. You are currently unaware of the changes that are taking place. The enemy would not be intimidated if you were not important. However, you are. Your name causes the entire kingdom to tremble. This is why light and dark are currently fighting over you. There are 3 hours left. You've internalized those words. Even if you try to ignore them, your spirit will not let them go. The echo will stay with you. 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours. Not to scare you, but to serve as a reminder that eternity is much closer to your body than your skin. Consider the instances when you were supposed to be absent, my child. The incident that almost ended your life. The illness that almost took your life. That betrayal should have led to your death. However, you are still here. For what reason? God preserved this crucial warning for you. Is the love hidden within this need not visible to you? If God had intended to punish you, he would have remained silent. He was unwilling to abandon you because he had dispatched his archangel. Despite the fact that love is screaming at you through the fire tonight, I implore you not to reject, postpone, or abandon life while it is freely given to you. There are 3 hours left. It's past time. It's mercy on a timer. When the clock strikes, the window will close. Even though it remains open, changes may occur. Chains are prone to breaking. It is possible to remove curses. It is possible to change your fate. Even death can be changed. Currently, that is the miracle. The words he says are as thunderous as the Archangel Michael approaches. If you give me permission, I will advocate for you. I will protect you if you remain under my supervision. However, I am unable to provide coverage in the event that you leave. If you do not act, the enemy will strike me where I was preventing him from doing so. Decide now. The heavens are prepared. Do not mess this up, my dear. This is not enjoyable. This is not an error. This isn't just another collection of words. This is the line that separates those who are saved from those who are lost, those who are living and those who are dying, those who are safe and those who are not. It is where you are currently standing. So, remain, read, and take in the information. Arm yourself with the truth as if it were a protective shield. Avoid getting distracted by anything else. When you decide to stay, heaven writes your name again under protection. There are 3 hours left. Every second is sacred. Every decision will last indefinitely. You too have time, my darling. If only you wouldn't waste it. I can feel the tug on your spirit, my dearest. You are unwilling to observe. You try to convince yourself that these are just words, but something within you refuses to give up control. This is not a mere coincidence. It is the voice of eternity in your soul, informing you that this moment was predetermined before you were born. There are 3 hours left. Please do not discard them. Archangel Michael is approaching. Although his eyes appear to be on fire, there is a hint of melancholy beneath the surface. I am saddened because too many people have ignored the final warning. He is filled with sorrow because he is aware of the consequences for those who ignore the cry of heaven. He adds, "Child, I am currently advocating for you. However, my sword will be rendered useless if you elect to wade into the fray." Consider your options carefully. Right now, make your decision. Consider how patiently God has treated you, my dear. He didn't strike you as you fell. He did not leave you when you became disoriented. When you were uncertain, He didn't erase your name. Instead, He observed. He refused to make any concession. Mercy has an edge, and you're currently dealing with it, despite the fact that He demonstrated it several times. There are 3 hours left. It is not intended to instill fear in you. Its purpose is to awaken you from the trance that noise and life have induced. The alarm clock in heaven is so loud that it is impossible to ignore. However, alarms do not sound continuously. If you do not engage in conversation, they will stop talking. Dearly beloved, rise. It is not advisable to stay in bed while the sky is rumbling. Regardless of the enemy's claims, you are not granted more time. The window is currently open, but will not remain so. God's warnings are always accompanied by a razor-sharp edge, indicating that the danger is immediate. Archangel Michael reiterates his statement. I murdered the demons sent to capture you. I've prevented people from cursing you. Others attempted to bind your feet with chains, which I successfully dismantled. Nonetheless, I am unable to persuade you to believe my assertions. I am unable to conceal my disappointment if you reject me. You will leave me if you do. Do you understand the weight of that, my dear? The angel who has guarded you since birth and fought battles you were unaware existed
is warning you that if you ignore this, he will be unable to protect you.
This marks the end of everything. There are 3 hours left, but the possibilities aren't limited to your imagination. If you surrender, miracles will arise from the ashes. If you listen, the chains will be severed. If you stick around, destiny will blossom again. The adversary desires that you ignore this. However, heaven removed the blindfold tonight. I want you to allow your heart to soften. Please do not hesitate to cry if you need to.
Submit to the pull. The essence of life is reaching out to you. You asked for a sign from God.
It's this sign. You have requested an answer. That's the response. You begged for assistance. This is assistance. However, it is critical that rescue is integrated. Fine. I'll ask you again. If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button. Negotiate with the heavens about this issue. It should be the anchor that connects you to every word God intends to say about your future. Belonging to a community is insufficient. You are coming into sync with prophetic timing. I am prepared for the next message you send to God. I am prepared to receive the following voice message. I'm prepared for the upcoming significant event. Do not let this be the final time heaven communicates with you. Sign up now to ensure a spot under the open window of blessing. I want you to allow your heart to soften. Please do not hesitate to cry if you need to. Submit to the pull. The essence of life is reaching out to you. You asked for a sign from God. It's this sign. You have requested an answer. That's the response. You begged for assistance. This is assistance. There are 3 hours left. There's no need to inquire, wait, or argue. You have 3 hours to make a decision. Resign and don the protective garment that has followed you throughout your life. Heaven eagerly awaits your decision. Before you leave, there is one last task I need you to complete. Please share this message. This word is meaningful to someone you know, not because the video aims to increase viewership. Currently, the Holy Spirit is prompting you to consider an individual. A friend, family member, coworker, or person who is unaware that they are on the wrong track. Kindly forward this to them. I declare that the anointing on this word will grow in your life as you do so. The breakthrough you've been looking for will begin. You will begin to free yourself of the shackles that have been impeding your progress. For what reason? Heaven provides you with deliverance when you give it to others. It is more than just a video that you share. You are providing a means of sustaining one's life. You are issuing the warning. Your actions are miraculous. Click the share button at this time. Send it to them. Observe God's actions that benefit you. I wish you a pleasant journey. Even though time is running out, your fate has already been determined. Amen. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this profound truth. This message was not discovered accidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibration, safe community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This sacred principle is extremely simple. However, it has the potential to transform your entire life. You will not only receive blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your life. Accepting this invitation provides you with immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the general public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred space where you will receive unwavering support, spiritual guidance, and rapid progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your breakthrough is nearing. However, your energy, presence, and attention are already extremely valuable. Action is required. Your abundance is ready. My beloved child, there has been a change in the spirit realm that has affected you. The moment you clicked on this message, your name began to reverberate in a location beyond your sight. The veil is thinner than usual this evening. Your physical body, yes, is under God's watchful eye tonight, as heaven prepares to perform an act that will leave you breathless. The words in the title are directly related to everything. It's rapidly approaching. And as the three angels discuss your body, Archangel Michael warns you that your health is about to deteriorate significantly. Please pay close attention, as the message intended to save you may be missed if you ignore even one line. A holy alarm has gone off in the spiritual realm. Archangel Michael is making rapid progress. He is approaching quickly, with the authority of someone who oversees your future. 3 ministering angels are currently reviewing the scroll of your life. They are whispering something about the part of you that has been quietly attacked, as well as your energy, strength, stability, and physical form. These whispers do not occur by chance. They have a strategy. They protect you. They're preparing for a divine interruption. My child, you've been experiencing unusual body waves, fatigue, and pressure. There are times when your heart is afflicted with pain without cause. You disregard emotions because you believe they are a result of stress. Archangel Michael maintains that it is not insignificant. Something has been trying to approach you, and heaven is now revealing it to you. Of course, the message is quite clear. It's rapidly approaching. No, this is not referring to minutes. It implies that you are on the verge of a divine pathway, a window, and a final countdown before something appears. You are about to make a decision that will have far-reaching consequences for your life, health, and energy. Archangel Michael informs you that the 3 angels in charge of your well-being have been examining the spiritual pressure on your body. They observed the enemy's attempts to harm you. They are aware of the covert attacks that sought to undermine your strength. Even though you appeared to be happy, they were aware of your exhaustion. They observed your emotional exhaustion but did not reveal it to anyone. These angels are not addressing your vulnerability. They are discussing the methods for healing you. They are not discussing your deterioration. They're discussing your return. They aren't planning for your downfall. They are preparing for your ascension, but they anticipate that the unexpected turn will come suddenly and without warning. This development may be miraculous or absurd, depending on your current state of mind. This is the reason for the overwhelming sense of urgency. Archangel Michael advises us to read the message immediately before it is too late. This term is part of the protection you receive. Heaven will occasionally try to get your attention as a significant event approaches. It can be useful in some situations, but it can also serve as a warning. Now is one of those times, as evidenced by your spirit being drawn to this location. You did not just arrive. In some way, you felt the attraction. You were compelled to act quickly. You knew this was meant to be. I'd like you to make a statement to commemorate this occasion, as you're currently feeling a spiritual pull. Type Amen in the comments section below to show that you are willing for God to intervene and assist. As you compose, you should feel as if your voice is blending with the angels. They are already talking about your body and future. This straightforward act of faith connects your spirit to the frequency of heaven. I urge you to stay focused, because the following statement will reveal the reason for this unexpected development in your life. I'll describe the vision that Archangel Michael showed you. A brilliant light that was rapidly approaching you and landing in the exact spot where you'd been experiencing depression. When the light strikes, something happens. Something breaks when the thumps stop. This sense of burden that has persisted for months or even years begins to fade. However, there is more information. They are not only discussing your health, they're discussing your future. The next phase of your call is currently being discussed. They are discussing a task that is impossible to complete while fatigued. You are burdened by a heavy spirit, and your energy has been taken. Your recovery is more than just a means of sustaining your life. There is a reason for your recovery. Archangel Michael predicts that an unexpected development will occur soon. However, shocking does not necessarily imply negative. Surprising describes the unexpected. The term shocking refers to everything happening at once. It implies that it was divinely planned. Heaven has performed a divine reversal, a restoration that affects your daily flow, clarity, strength, and the hidden systems of your body. This occurred during a period of high stress on your body. A portion of your discomfort is not due to illness. It is a transformation of the spirit. Even if your mind cannot comprehend the spiritual conflict, your body reacts appropriately. Please refrain from scrolling away, child of God. What follows in this message will bring together all of the questions you've been asking behind closed doors, all of the concerns you've been carrying with you, and all of the body language your body has been sending you without your knowledge. Take a deep breath before starting your movement. Archangel Michael is about to deliver an extremely important message that has the potential to profoundly affect you. Please wait a moment. There will be events in the narrative that you did not anticipate. If your spirit senses this message, I will notice a shift in the comments. Currently, Blessing Code 197 is being implemented in terms of your health. Now I'd like you to do something simple, but it's very important for your spiritual well-being. Please select the like button located next to this video. As you press the button, imagine yourself agreeing with the current sensation of the sky releasing over your body. A spiritual signal. The like button is more than just a feature. God's blessings will begin to flow to you immediately after you approve of this video. You are communicating with heaven, and I accept this message. I understand the meaning of these words. I let God influence my life. Your faith can connect with the frequency of heaven, and with a single click, you can be transported to a place where you can receive blessings. Now is the time to take action. Sense the start of the transition. A beautiful soul. Archangel Michael is approaching with a message that was meant for you to receive at this very moment. The spiritual realm is devoid of sounds. The sense of urgency you felt in the previous section remains. It is gaining strength. Something has been moving around your body. Heaven will not allow you to face this alone. The three angels are currently conversing and monitoring the spiritual environment around you, much like vigilant guards. Archangel Michael is now revealing the second part of the prophecy. This section provides a more detailed explanation of the significant spiritual pressure that has been placed on your health in recent months. A pattern, cycle, or unusual rhythm of weakness has attempted to establish itself on you over time. It was imperceptible and subtle on the surface, but it was palpable. Mood swings, unexplained headaches, unexpected fatigue, or periods when your body appears older than it should. God has observed these emotions, regardless of how frequently you express them. They have been found by the divine. Their origin is unknown. According to Archangel Michael, the trouble with your body has been going on for quite some time. It started months or even years ago when a spiritual attack tried to use your strength against you. It was not an exciting experience. The volume was not excessive. They sent it to you in discrete, low-frequency waves so that you wouldn't notice it. Spiritual pressure frequently moves in this manner. It is not strong enough to be detected. However, it is always present and may cause weakness over time. And it worked for a while. You've had days when you were so steadfast in your determination that you continued to move forward, unaware of the conflict unfolding behind you. Heaven, on the other hand, is preparing for a surprising turn, and the abrupt shift that the angels are discussing has nothing to do with your healing. It is related to your destiny. You are approaching the point where you will be unable to maintain the same level of fatigued energy that you have been using. You have accepted a divine assignment that requires your physical presence, sharpness, focus, and clarity. Heaven recognizes the significance of your position and will not allow your body to collapse under its weight. The three angels encircling you are the focus of Archangel Michael's message. The first monitors your physical health, the second your mental health, and the third your spiritual center. In order to protect you, they form a triangle around you. This is the reason for the extreme necessity. At the same time, your emotions, body, and spirit are being healed. Change is never an easy endeavor. It induces vibrations. It clarifies matters. It causes modifications. You are currently experiencing that sentiment. My child, you are required to obtain this item. The spiritual battle frequently begins in the body before spreading to other locations. Your emotions become more vulnerable to injury as your body deteriorates. It is difficult to make decisions when one's emotions are weakened. If you make poor decisions, your destiny will be postponed. This is why Archangel Michael is preventing the enemy from executing its plan. It was never intended for you to cry. It was intended that you persevere. In heaven, certain aspects of your health are expected to improve dramatically. You may not have realized how close you were to burnout, exhaustion, or spiritual disintegration. Nonetheless, God observed it. They in heaven noticed it and relocated it before your action. It was unnecessary for you to seek this assistance. Your spirit spoke when your mouth was unable to do so. Archangel Michael heard your silent cry. Currently, the angels are preparing for a sudden transformation that will give you the sensation of awakening your entire body after a long sleep. The weight that was previously resting on your chest will gradually subside. The stress in your mind will gradually subside. Your bones will begin to feel less fatigued. Your strength will resurge quickly. I encourage you to raise your voice to the heavens now that you are feeling stronger. Enter, "I received my breakthrough," in the comments section below. Declare that you are ready to receive the abundance that heaven is currently bestowing on you, going beyond mere words on a screen. When you type those words, it's more than just a comment. It is a manifestation of your faith. You're informing the angels in charge of your well-being that you're awake and ready. Allow your comment to demonstrate how sincerely you are embracing this visible restoration from heaven. Please stay with me, as the following statement is even more important. Archangel Michael is removing any spiritual debris that you do not want to possess. However, this is one aspect that a large number of people overlook. Physical exercise improves one's ability to make decisions. Trusting one's instincts becomes increasingly easy. Your spiritual senses begin to function. Things you've never noticed before will start to become more obvious to you. you will be more aware of the energy fluctuations that occur in your vicinity. As soon as you detect a problem, it will manifest. It's not just about health. This is a more elevated position. Dear child of God, you are currently entering a prophetic window in which your body will begin to align with God's destiny for you. You may feel an internal transformation as you listen. An entity that starts, stirs, or warms. These are not random occurrences. These are signs that the unexpected turn that heaven predicted is already taking place. However, Archangel Michael suggests something even stranger. If you've been in survival mode for a long time, you may have missed out on a hidden strength within yourself. You're still a long way from realizing your full potential. However, heaven has arrived and is ready to reveal the true version of you. Continue to stay at this location. Avoid drifting. Maintain your composure. The subsequent events will reveal the reason for the prophecy's fulfillment at this time. This is not an arbitrary day. There's a point. Items are organized. The timing at work is excellent. Allow this information to sink in before moving on. The angels do not communicate with you. They're preparing you. I am confident that the information I am about to reveal will come as a significant surprise to you. If this applies to you, please state in the comments section that you claim my restoration. Your body is currently receiving the blessing code 4411. Furthermore, if you have not already done so, I recommend that you subscribe to this channel immediately. Please do not delay. Please do not scroll any further. That's not all. Subscribing to a channel keeps you connected to a larger network. You remain connected to the prophetic flow directed at you by the heavens. When you click the subscribe button, you establish yourself beneath the open sky. You are communicating to God, Lord, I want to follow every word you say. I am eager to hear your thoughts on my future. God's prophetic promises come true for those who are willing to accept them. Make that commitment immediately. If you click subscribe, God's voice will always be heard. What a beautiful soul. As we continue to understand this divine revelation, a significant event is taking place in your vicinity. Archangel Michael is currently transitioning into a more visible realm, where spiritual secrets about your health, strength, and destiny are no longer obscured by spiritual fog. Today's prophecy remains extremely important. It instead becomes brighter and more powerful, similar to a flame that grows stronger as more oxygen enters it. The angels who have been monitoring your body are now moving on to the next phase of their duties. Heaven declares that enough is enough at some point on every spiritual journey. Enough of the subdued disputes. Enough with the feigned fatigue. Stop the invisible conflict that is slowly destroying your body on a daily basis. It's now your turn. The angels are no longer watching over you. They are intervening. Changes are underway. Things are currently being rectified. Things are dislodging that were never meant to stay on your body. My child, you have been resilient on the outside for a long time, despite the fact that you are dealing with internal conflicts that no one fully understands. People notice that you are courageous, content, and ready to advance. However, heaven is aware of the nights when you exhaust yourself while alone. Heaven observes the days when you feel like you've borrowed your strength to get through the day. Heaven can see the stress you try to hide. This is why the message we hear today is more than just a prophecy. It applies to you. The three angels that were once encircling your body are no longer whispering warnings. At this point, they are whispering instructions. They are discussing the items that need to be repaired, removed, and awakened within you. You're not preparing for another round of conflict. You are preparing for an unprecedented pace of recovery. Michael tells me, "Archangel, it appears that a spiritual burden has been resting on your shoulders, similar to an unseen burden. You may have claimed that it was due to fatigue or stress, but it was actually a result of divine pressure. Pressure was designed to impede your progress, divert your attention away from your goal, and deplete your energy at precisely the right time. However, heaven is calling for a change. The shadow is receding from your body. Your spirit is growing in strength. Your health is entering a new era, however, you must remain vigilant, as this is of utmost importance. The abrupt change described in the title is not frightening. Heaven. It happens quickly. Heaven has already planned this moment. This maneuver will help you align with the desires of your destiny for the coming season. The fatigue from the previous chapter will not last into the next one. You will not be tired of the conflicts you have already encountered in the future. Your body is readjusting itself today. Your vitality is returning. Your internal fervor is increasing. Archangel Michael, my child, informs you that heaven is discussing a particular part of your body. The portion of your body that has been without fuel for an extended period of time. Fatigue is not a sign of laziness, weakness, or deficiency. Spiritual interference has been the cause. Persistent, but not readily apparent. They hoped you wouldn't see it for what it was, until it was revealed by the heavens. A divine reversal is on the way, beginning with the clearing of your mind, resulting in a sense of calm where there was previously emotional heaviness and mental fog. After that, it will move to your body, giving you more energy, strength, and lightness. Finally, it will restore your spirit and return you to the resilient self that life's challenges had attempted to hide. However, Archangel Michael gently warns, do not disconnect at this time. Avoid becoming lost. Continue to listen to the following information. It will explain why the angels were so concerned when they announced that there were only 2 minutes left in the spiritual realm. You are on the verge of experiencing a divine moment that many people wait for their entire lives. This is a breakthrough, a turning point, and a reset designed specifically for you. Please wait for the remainder of this message. It will provide you with important information about your future, what the adversary intends to conceal. The atmosphere is undergoing transformation. It may even cause physical sensations. Fear, tingling, warmth, pressure, or a sudden feeling of calm. These signs indicate that heaven is near. Please take a moment to center yourself before continuing. Then there is an important revelation. This section shouldn't be missed. This will help you better understand how heaven is currently affecting your life. If this resonates with you, type 1 will appear in the comments. The blessing code 5520 is being sent to you. Beloved, I am currently experiencing a strong urge in my spirit. This precise phrase must be communicated to someone you know, such as a friend or family member. Someone has assaulted their body. Their spirit is exhausted. Their strength is deteriorating, and God wants to communicate with them through you. Please distribute this video immediately. Please forward it to the person who has recently entered your mind. This prophetic word you shared has a purpose beyond simply conveying a message. It also begins the anointing for your personal breakthrough. According to the Bible, give and it will be given to you. When you share this phrase with others, heaven sends you even more blessings. Your breakthrough grows as you share it with others. Execute it immediately. Simply press the share button. Send it. Contribute to the liberation of another person and see how quickly you recover. If you still want to hear this message, please watch and like this video. Please leave a comment to keep the spiritual connection alive. Subscribe today to ensure that you never miss out on the next divine message from heaven, and share it with someone who needs it. Please help spread this message to a larger number of people who require it. Remember that each message is part of a divine plan to awaken souls, heal hearts, and shed light on areas that the enemy wishes to keep hidden as this revelation unfolds. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this quest will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. Heaven progresses through the words of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this method. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give, and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and witness what rewards God delivers into your life. As we progress deeper into this divine flow, changes occur all around us. The presence of Archangel Michael is amplified. He appears to be standing behind you, observing every breath, thought, and spiritual movement. The angels dispatched to your body have moved from observation to activation. Currently, the spiritual discourse in your vicinity is becoming more significant, clear, and audible. This is not a humorous incident. This isn't a soft murmur. This is a total intervention from heaven that is currently taking place. You are now in the most critical part of the current prophecy. The spiritual countdown that began earlier is now at a critical point. Archangel Michael did not mean to scare anyone when he said, "There are only 2 minutes left." Heaven sent you a message informing you that the transformation you have been waiting for has arrived. It is located directly beneath your feet. Now on. Your life is on the verge of a divine transformation that cannot be postponed, denied, or interfered with any further. The 3 angels continue to discuss your body, but their voices change. There is no longer a reason for concern. There is an air of confidence, certainty, and determination. The angels are not disputing your situation. They claim that you have been restored. They are not investigating your vulnerabilities. We are preparing for your arrival. What is wrong with you is not being addressed. Oh, it refers to the awakening of your inner self. In this instance, Archangel Michael reveals an unusual fact. Your body has been the subject of a spiritual tug-of-war going on in the background. Your spirit has been in battle mode, fighting forces that your mind has not fully comprehended, causing a fluctuation in your strength. Your body feels the effects of your spiritual conflict. This is why you have intermittent periods of low energy. This is why emotions can sometimes feel heavy for no apparent reason. This is why your body shows signs of stress, even though everything else in your day appears to be going well. However, a significant event is currently occurring. The battlefield has undergone transformation. The spiritual burden that has been pressing on your body is departing. The darkness is pushed back by a wave of light from the angels, who begin to address the internal issues you have been experiencing. This serves a purpose beyond just healing. In this case, God is recalibrating. You may notice inconspicuous indicators. Your breaths are longer. you are in a better frame of mind. You feel a greater sense of calm. Despite the stress, you experience an unusual sense of calm. These emotions are not the result of chance. These are the first signs that heaven is rebuilding your life. I'd like you to express a different emotion now that these indicators are appearing in your body. Please include the following comment. My body is aligning with heaven. These words should serve as a reminder that you are not just passively receiving this healing. You're also an active participant in it. As you write this, your voice becomes more in tune with the angels' evaluations of you. By taking this step, you are indicating to the spiritual realm that you support your restoration. You have the opportunity to join the ranks of those who are moving up. Don't overlook it. Please wait. What I am about to say is even more important. Do not underestimate the gravity of the situation, advises Archangel Michael. In addition to encouragement, you are receiving impartation. Your energy is being replenished for a purpose rather than for comfort. The sudden turn that the angel mentioned is actually a divine upgrade. Heaven is increasing your strength because your new position requires a higher level of spiritual sensitivity, clarity, and fortitude. My child, there have been times when your body felt like it was slowing down, when being down made you feel trapped, and when you felt like you had nothing left to offer. There was no indication of failure here. They were signs of unexpected battles that threw everything off. The veil has been drawn back, though. Heaven is revealing previously hidden information and correcting errors. The angels discovered 3 things that are depleting your strength. The emotional weight of previous seasons that clung to your body. The pressure from God was intended to mess with your mind. Physical exhaustion caused by taking on more responsibilities than your soul was designed to handle on its own. Right now, these drains are turned off. There's a holy moment. Angels are preparing you for something big, which will change your life and is perfectly timed. Archangel Michael informs you that your body must be prepared for this moment because you will need to be clear, brave, and strong. This is not the time of year to break down. Now is the time to rise. You might notice something changing as you read this. Some people experience warmth. Some people experience chills. Some people are experiencing relief from chest pressure. Some people cry unexpectedly for no apparent reason. Do not resist it. This is what cleanses. It is time to release. Heaven exists in the deepest parts of your being. Spirits from long ago battles have become trapped in your body. Archangel Michael is washing that away. Your body has grown tired from the seasons that have left you feeling empty. You're being healed in heaven. Your energy has been low because your body has been storing painful memories. The angels are breaking that link. Do not leave this message. More are to come, and the next one is one of the most important so far. The angels want you to understand how this shocking change in your health is related to a larger plan for your future. This isn't a fabrication. This isn't an error. This is the best example of divine timing. Stay calm, because what follows will help you understand and inspire you. Believe me, you'll be excited to hear what Archangel Michael has to say next. If you receive this message in your spirit, please write, "My body is aligning," in the comments. The blessing code 8844 now protects your health, mind, and strength. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Now is the time to make a decision that will impact your entire life. Subscribing to this channel means more than just following a ministry. You are aligning yourself with the prophetic words that heaven is releasing during this season. Every message, prophecy, and prayer is intended to arrive at the optimal time for you. However, you must first prepare yourself to receive. By subscribing, you demonstrate that you have faith and are prepared for everything God has planned for you. Don't let fear, doubt, or putting things off prevent you from receiving your blessing. To see how heaven begins to direct your steps, click the subscribe button right away. You will not only receive blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your life. Accepting this invitation provides you with immediate, early access to powerful content and divine insights that are currently unavailable to the general public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred space where you will receive unwavering support, spiritual guidance, and rapid progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. Action is required. Your abundance is ready.